Hi and welcome back or welcome to my All the Perfume YouTube channel. In this video I'm sharing 10 addictive perfumes. I've been really excited to share this collection of perfumes because among them are some of my real favourites and most worn scents. As well as that though, there are some stronger perfumes here that I don't really reach for as much in my daily life, but I love to smell them and test them in my home as I go by them if they're on display and experience them. And I think that for me is the definition of an addictive perfume, one that you will just want to smell even on the days you're not wearing it. So there are 10 of those perfumes here and I can't wait to get into them and talk about their notes and why I love them so much. This is Vanilla Oud 36 by Kayali. And I'm starting strong because this is the perfume that I mention when I'm asked what my favourite perfume is. And previously I always used to say two different perfumes. It was actually Roberto Cavalli's Roberto Cavalli that I would say, and also Fancy by Jessica Simpson, which you might spot here. And those two are amazing perfumes that I still love, but I thought it has to be this one now as my favourite because it is my second most worn, and I'll get into which one is the first. But it is that scent that I just love to get in from a long day and spray on myself, and indeed even just walking past it at home, like I mentioned before, I like to pick this up and smell it from the bottle. So let's get into it. In Vanilla Oud we have vanilla sugar, praline, saffron, white musk, oak musk and oud. And it is an oud perfume. It's from the Oudgasm line by Kayali, but there is the least amount of oud in this from that collection. So expect that you might like it even if oud isn't really your thing. It wasn't always mine, and yet I loved this perfume on first test. And I was lucky enough to be at the launch of the fragrance line back in September 2023 at Harrods, and so I smell this and I think quality and luxury and good times, but you know, I just think that regardless, that is what this smells of. It is so sweet, sugary, comforting, woody, cozy and musky. And it gives me that lovely at home but in winter feeling at any time of the year. I just love to spray this at home in the evening. It's so good. With it being a vanilla scent, it is really fun to layer with my other vanillas, but just in its own right, I think Vanilla Oud is an amazing, well done perfume. I think this has a little similarity to Ariana Grande's Cloud for its praline and its musk, but this is sweeter and not quite as strong. So to wear this doesn't mean I'm smelling it on myself for days after like I would with Cloud. This feels more wearable and just a really beautiful quality perfume. So yeah, here we have it. My most addictive scent is my most favourite, my favourite perfume, the one that I have received in PR, but that I would absolutely have to buy and have in my collection myself if it were to all run out or the PR were to stop. This is my must-have. I love it. Vanilla Oud 36 by Kayali. This perfume is Divine by Jean-Paul Gaultier, and while I did appreciate and like it when it was launched last year in 2023, it is over time that I realised just how beautiful this perfume is. I think beautiful really is the word for this scent. So in here we have ylang ylang, red berries, musk, patchouli, and also a meringue note. And I love that. I love that addition of meringue, something a little bit unusual. So to smell this scent, initially for me it was a white floral, which I thought is very nice, but not really a me scent. Now, in fact, to smell it now, it is still very floral, but it is tropical and so bright and a little salty. And I think the thing that I just love about this is the impression it leaves, its projection and how well it lasts. So it's the type of perfume, and I don't think I've ever said this before, where maybe at home the day after wearing it, I reach down, I don't know, I'm looking at my bookcase down there and thinking, I reach down to get a book and it's like I can smell it coming from the carpet because it is that strong, which might not be everybody's thing, but that and the fact that it kind of stays back in a room after you've left it, it's a really lovely, salty, tropical and floral smell. It's really nicely done, and what's great is over time as well. The price has come down. So this is quite a bit more affordable now. And you get this beautiful, you know, iconic to JPG bottle too. So a really lovely, I'd say typically feminine perfume, but it is addictive. It just leaves such a trail and smells so good. Divine by Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is Fancy by Jessica Simpson, and I already mentioned it earlier because it is one of my favourite perfumes, and until very recently I was saying this as my absolute favourite. So this perfume is a scent I've mentioned a lot before because I really wish more people would try this perfume. It feels so unique really, and there have been over the years since its launch some more similar ones that remind me of it, but I just think Fancy is the one that does it best. In this scent you've got caramel, almond, pear and vanilla, and the effect kind of suits the bottle, I feel. Well, I don't know actually. Maybe the bottle doesn't suggest what these notes actually are. But you get this lovely, indeed addictive, toasty, kind of cotton candy smell. And it again is that cozy feeling that I want from my perfumes, especially in winter. I find it very typically feminine with the sweetness, but it's not a fruity floral, of course. It just doesn't do that. It doesn't smell like something you've smelled many times before. It smells so classic and well done, and I think that is what I mean about the bottle, that this, now I need to turn it here, with its fancy and those lovely details of the flowers and the colour and the rose gold. Not many perfumes were looking like this when it was launched. It's weighty. I mean, of course I've got the bigger bottles, so it would be, but I just think it's so well done. And you can still buy this on Amazon for about £20. So I have lots left in my bottle, but I just feel like I wish more people would give this perfume as a chance. And I would even recommend the blind buy just to get it in your collection. Fancy is so addictive, and it's also a compliment getter. So I've definitely featured it on previous videos. Fancy by Jessica Simpson, absolutely addictive. This perfume is Bake by Akro, and in my mind it's what I consider to be one of my lemon perfumes. And we've had quite a few lemon releases in the last year. And with Bake, we have that lemon mixed with rum, whipped cream, vanilla and also brown sugar. And I was so happy to find I loved it as much as I thought I would. This is a great house. And so when I smell this perfume, it's basically like smelling a lemon dessert. It is so good, and that's what I want from when I smell a perfume, that kind of instant happiness and pick me up. It's a really rich, sugary lemon dessert, but with Bake, that rum adds something mature going through it underneath. Over time now, I appreciate more of the vanilla in the base of this scent as well. It's yummy, and this does last really well. And smelling it now, it just makes me, dare I say it, on a sunny day in England, kind of desperate for cold weather and winter vibes, because I want to smell of this. I mean, I think I could smell of it regardless, because that lemon gives us a summer kind of Italian feel, but this and its sugar and its vanilla makes me want winter. Yeah, Bake by Akro is very addictive. We have here my second and not my last Kayali of the video, and it is Eden Sparkling Lychee 39. And with this perfume, the addictive quality and my addiction kind of snuck up on me. I received this in December from the brand and really liked it. I thought it was a really lovely fruity scent that had a little bit of that kind of maturity they were talking about compared to the other Eden perfume in the line, Eden Juicy Apple. I wore it for an evening out, it received compliments. I thought this is a really good perfume. But it's over time I've reached for it more and more. And lo and behold, it's only 7 months later and I'm on my second bottle. This perfume is blackcurrant, sparkling lychee, rose, candied violet, sugared amber and sandalwood. And so I found myself reaching for it lots and lots in the evening. It was displayed by my bed, and that lychee just became kind of mouth-watering to me. It just smelled so good. And then my husband would say, well, he would compliment this every time I wore it, and he just says it smells of sweets. It really does smell of sweets, and I feel like lots of perfume lovers want this from their fragrances, but it's rare you actually get it captured in a scent. And so I opened this bottle today, It was a special moment. I did have a little bit left of my previous bottle, but I have a friend who loves it and also compliments it. So yesterday at a picnic, I gave her that bit that was left, and I was like, I have my backups, I'm fine. This is so good and so sugary in that top. And I'm actually smelling a little bit more of the rose now too. It's funny how this just should really kind of be a spring scent, I feel, with the flowers and the sugar and the fruits, of course, the lychee. But the fact that this was launched in December, I remember thinking, oh, that's a bit of a choice, that's interesting. Wouldn't have necessarily thought that was something the brand would do, to release something fruity in December. Maybe they just don't always think about that at all with their marketing. I mean, as I say that, Kayali have with their vacay collection coming out for summer. But this could be worn all year round. It's amazing. It's just so beautiful, absolutely sparkling, sugary and fruity, but somehow mature, and the sandalwood smells really good, which I'm happy with. So I love this, and it is actually my most worn perfume. Yeah, so that is why I almost made it for a bottle, because I just wear this perfume so much. I really recommend it, and friends who've smelt it when they visited have loved this too. Eden Sparkling Lychee 39 by Kayali. Very addictive and a fruity perfume. This perfume is Rosé Rush by Paris Hilton, and I thought we would stay with a little bit of a lychee theme because lychee is in this perfume, also with papaya, mayrose, peony and cedar. And actually, I've just filmed a little something on this perfume and the Rush collection, because aren't these bottles beautiful? Now, I kind of bought this for the bottle as a blind buy, going back 3.5 years ago, and didn't expect to like the scent based on the notes as much as I do. But basically, to smell this is a beautiful, sparkling, fruity rose scent. And I hadn't smelt too many rose perfumes before that were mixed with fruits in this way, and it smells really good. So it smells fun, and it has a glamour to it, and it's one where it sparkles kind of like the bottle does, and I love that. This really adds to my enjoyment of rose in perfumes, and in fact I am quite a bit reminded of the rose scent from Jo Malone. It smells like that. It's really beautiful, beautifully done, and affordable too. The fruits are really good in this perfume, so perhaps to have smelt Eden Sparkling Lychee is a little way into knowing what Paris Hilton's perfume smells like, but just with more rose in this one. I love this perfume, and because I bought mine in December, it's just become a perfume that I really feel you can wear at any time of year. I couldn't imagine just restricting this one to spring and summer because of the fruits and flowers. I think it just smells good, and that's all there is to it. Really enjoyable to smell, and so amazing that in this bottle it's still really affordable as well. Rosé Rush by Paris Hilton. This perfume is Bianco Latte by Giardini di Toscana, and it's another scent where the addiction for me has grown. Now, I did like it when I first smelt it, for sure, but this had received so much hype online, and so I was expecting something just completely different to anything that I had smelt before. But I have to say, what it smelt like to me was a really beautiful bath product that I'd owned a few years previously, and that was a bath latte from Zoella, an English personality and vlogger and YouTuber, Zoe Sugg. That was a really lovely product, and this smelled that to me. And I'd loved that, and to me, I love this, and it was still really great. I just wasn't feeling the surprise element that I think a lot of people felt when they smelt this. And then, of course, over time, realising I have that lovely scent back in my life, this is beautifully toasty, cosy, lactonic, and a really yummy caramel perfume, which I just love to have in my collection. And I've now realised the kind of similar feelings it gives to me that Vanilla Oud by Kayali does. That coziness, of course, and then there's a toastiness with this, but this one has caramel, and it kind of takes over from the vanilla. This is a beautifully done perfume, which is a bit spicy. I'm not sure if that comes from the honey, And the overall effect now, as well as the bath latte it reminds me so much of, is like Eilish by Billie Eilish. So I think if you've smelt that perfume, that is what you can expect with this. But it definitely is different to a lot of perfumes, even with those ones in mind. There aren't many things that smell as good as this does. So it's addictive for me. I spray it a lot before I go to bed. That's when I like to wear it. And I'd recommend it if you like your lactonic smells and your caramel as well. So that is Bianco Latte by Giardini di Toscana. This perfume is Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64 from Kayali, and it was actually only my third ever bottle of Kayali that I owned. I received it as PR, and I had already seen the clips over on Instagram, things on here on YouTube talking about the perfume, and I was excited and I expected to like it. But you know, when I first tasted it, I didn't appreciate it as much as I do now. Well, for sure. I'll get into that. I'm very excited. The notes in this perfume are vanilla Sure Absolute, golden rum, creme brulee, brown sugar, royal oud, and sugared patchouli. So for me, to smell it the first time, I thought there was quite a lot going on in this perfume. And actually I have had a friend say the same. You can smell a lot of those notes at once. But now I just think this is my most addictive perfume. Vanilla Oud might be my favourite, but this is the one that I just love to smell, and it's so feel good. It is boozy, foody, rich, and to me, therefore, wintry. It just feels like smelling a good time, and I love that I can smell the rum so strongly. But now I think creme brulee with this one, and I had a point at which I'd kind of forgotten there was creme brulee in this. I'm thinking, I really think Vanilla Royale smells of creme brulee. And here it is on the back. This is a perfume to try for sure if you want to smell like creme brulee and this lovely, rich, boozy, but also sugary scent. It does have a lot going on, but it's no worse for it. It is a beautiful perfume and it's limited edition. And it is one of those perfumes that kind of has me crazy because I've said before how maybe a month ago, I had this in my basket ready to repurchase little 10 milliliter bottles of. And then my husband was like, don't you have that perfume? I was like, yeah, I just don't want to run out. It is so good. While it is limited edition, it is still on Huda's website and it's on sale at the moment as well. So it is worth checking out if it appeals to you. I think it's incredible. I will absolutely be reaching for this in the colder months. It is Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64 by Kayali. This perfume is in love with everything from imaginary authors, and it was a safe blind buy for me at the start of the year. I did expect to like it, but not as much as I do. And the notes in this perfume are on the back actually as well. And we have raspberry, citrus pulp, coconut palm sugar, sandalwood, tropical punch, and stardust. And with the scents from the house, there is like a backstory behind them, hence the imaginary author's name. And with this one, it's all about the 80s and that kind of feeling and vibe and roller skating. Hence we've got the cute image of the bottle here. And you know, it's just amazing how this perfume really does capture an 80s nostalgia for me. And I don't really know what I'm talking about because I was a child in the 80s. So the idea of punch and what this kind of conjures for me, is it from family photos, weddings, films? I don't know, but it just so captures what you think of with the 80s and people being dressed up and having fun. This is sugary raspberry, a tropical punch on a sandalwood base. It smells really good. And I've talked recently about how I don't really look for projection and longevity in perfumes. Quite often I just don't have the time really to think about it and whether a perfume lasts. And just for me, I will spray more in the day. That's what I'll do. I'll take my perfume out and about with me. If I want to smell it again, I'll spray it. But there is something quite satisfying with a perfume like this where to spray is to know people can smell it on you, and the fact that you can kind of smell it on your clothes into the day, maybe on a coat the day after. I do love that about this perfume. And that goes hand in hand with the fact that it is such an incredible, unique scent. It's a really beautiful raspberry perfume. And you know, somebody actually asked me the other day for a raspberry recommendation, and I'm going to say this scent. In Love with Everything by Imaginary Authors. If you want something that makes you just want to breathe it in, that lovely sugary fruity scent, but that will give you 80s nostalgia as well. This perfume is Nanatopia by Born to Stand Out. And to smell this perfume for the first time was to know I needed it in my collection, and that doesn't happen often. I loved this perfume. And the lady in store said to me, this is banana bread. And I thought, wow, that's cute, because I love banana as a note, and up until recently there haven't been too many banana scents around, which I've said before. Now, to smell this perfume, I just want to smell it from the bottle, because it just gives that happy feeling instantly. But you know, I can actually already smell it even with the cap off. So with this scent, it's so strong, it's so good. And for me, this is rum soaked banana bread. But along with those notes, you've got caramel, nutmeg, and also cinnamon. So there is a serious theme here with these perfumes I'm finding addictive. More rum, more foodie notes, more of a wintry feeling as well. This feels like a really unique perfume, and I just loved smelling of this. I mean, you might think with the banana it would lean towards the feminine, but I find the spice just gives it something that's quite masculine as well. So it really is perfectly unisex and a favourite perfume of mine now. I love having this in my collection. Yeah, it's one to just smell and take in for that addictive quality, even on a day you're not wearing it, because this lasts. So I don't wear this, you know, easily or lightly, or if I've got a meeting. This is one to wear when you know you want to smell of your perfume and feel really good by doing so. A great banana scent that's spicy and beautifully cozy for winter. Nanatopia by Born to Stand Out. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed hearing about these 10 addictive perfumes. Please do let me know if any of these appeal to you, if you like any of them already, and in fact if you have any questions about them. I would also love to hear about any addictive perfumes that you want to recommend to me. Do give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe to my channel. I have so many videos to go back and watch, and lots coming up as well. You can find me also on Instagram, over on TikTok, and on my blog. Thank you again, and I will see you in my next video.